In today's video, I'm going to be making a book in possibly one of the worst niches I've found. If you go by the Titans Quick View niche score, it wasn't really -100, but it was pretty low. But I'm not doing this just to make a quality video. I'm doing it because I think there's some overlooked potential in it. It's a very simple book, and I'm not wasting any time by knocking on a book like this. And I do think that this has the potential to be a leader in its niche/field. So join me while I make the book. I'm making it in Affinity Publisher 2. You can make it in whatever publishing software you want. Why not make it along with us? Load up your software and let's get cracking. So this is the book here. It's a multi-purpose logbook, and as you can see, this is on Amazon.com. The niche score is 13 from Titans Quick View, and on Amazon.co.uk it's 30. And if we go on niche score, that is rubbish. But there are a couple of reasons why I'm going to make a book in this niche, and I'm doing air quotes. You can't see them, but hopefully you can hear them in my tone of voice. Because there are books in this niche that are making sales. If you look at the price point, $7.13 and $16.99, there's profit to be made because these books are coming in at about 120 pages. So they're making about $2 a book, which is very, very good. On Amazon.com, there's only 244 results. .co.uk, 2,000 odd, I think, 2,600. So there's not a load of books in the niche. So I think it's overlooked because it's really, really broad. And other reasons to make books in this area are, first of all, very simple. We can knock these books up in minutes. Even this colour one you could do in standard colour. You'd have to charge a little bit more than $9.94 for it. But it's perfectly doable. And I think if you charge... Well, let's have a look. So if you're in Amazon.co.uk and you charge a tenner for it, you're going to get $1.90 per book. So there's something that could be done there. They're also made in a lot of different varieties. So there's a 5-column here, there's a 4-column here. That's a 10-column logbook done sideways. The covers are very functional, but not very attractive. You could do something better. Even putting a little logo on there. You may notice on my channel I've changed my logo because I'm messing about with... I saw a couple of videos on typography. So even a nice logo on there would lift that cover. There are lots of reviews to read through and try and improve upon the mistakes. The 1-star reviews, they're all worth reading. And the final reason is that although this is a broad niche book, you can obviously target your keywords for specific audiences. You can also niche it down further with covers if you want to keep it as a general logbook, say within the legal field or the sports field or appointments, sales. Keep the interior but change the cover, or you could use the base interior, add headings to it, and then you've got a mile logbook, you've got a blood pressure logbook, you've got a visitor's book, you've got a guest book. So from this simple interior, you can target a lot of niches, and the book itself will take a couple of minutes to knock up. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to knock up this book in a matter of minutes. And I'm going to be doing it in Affinity Publisher. You do it in however you want to do it. But first, we're going to read some 1-star reviews to see if we can improve upon it. So very cheaply made. We can't do anything about that. It's made how it's made. And then this one is printed on white paper, but it was sort of coloured. Blah, blah, blah. That's to do with description more than design. Read the 2 stars. The book is large, the lines are not. So that's something to consider, creating the lines with a bit more space in them. And we'll read this through. Nothing in the 3-star section. And again, another 2-star review here for a book. Like the colour and design, but the paper is super bleedy. Again, there's nothing we can do with that. But this person says they're using it for shop inventory, so it's functional. So that's another area we could target. So despite the low niche score of 30 in the UK and 13 on the .com, I'm going to make this book. So we're going to make it 8.5 by 11 with bleed. The bleed isn't very important because they are, there's no images going to the edge. But I just always have it on, and you can export without the bleed. So I just find it easy to have the bleed and not use it rather than need it and realise I haven't put it on. So we'll work in master pages. Got a double master page here, although technically we'll only need one because it's just going to be one page repeated throughout the book. We're going to use the table tool, and I've just had a quick count of how many lines were in that book where it was complained that the lines weren't big enough. And that's got 30 per page. So we're going to go for 25. So we'll go to the table tool, and we'll just draw out a quick table. Stretch it down. And we're going to do this one with, we'll do 5 columns for the first one. And that's it. That's your book made. No, I'm only joking. We are going to make some adjustments. So, if we think about what this sort of book's going to be used for, the first column is probably going to be the date or something like that. So that can be a bit narrower. Second column, I imagine will be a name or a description. So that can be a bit bigger. And the third, fourth and fifth columns, again, in my mind's eye, I'm imagining that they're going to be identical and used for something like expenses or a travel log, mileage log sort of book. So I want these to be the same size. So I'll open up my little table tool. So I'm going to change them all to 1328, maybe 1329, eh? So there we go. That is the basics of the table sorted. I do just want to do a couple of more things. So I want to make this line here a bit thicker because that's going to be the header line. So we'll click the bottom border and we'll change that to, we'll say 1. And we'll say a bit more. And then we want a space for the, maybe a title and a date. So for that, we'll just draw a rectangle box up here. And we'll just change all of this. So the filter nothing. It's a bit too thick. And then we'll just draw a line. Straight line from there to there. And that's it. That's the basic 5-column multi-purpose logbook. As simple as that. So I've just added 120 pages there. I'm going to clear the master from page 1. I'm going to make a very simple title page. So we'll just call it logbook. There's a space for them to write whatever they want on top. We could even, if we wanted to, put a line there for them to write on it. And if they don't want to write it, then it doesn't look weird either. It looks like a nice little bit of adornment above it. And then underneath. So that's the basic book. I might do a little bit of tarting this up There you go. So I've just added a few more details to the cover page: name, business, contact, the book issue number, book started, book ended. I might say start date, book end date, maybe. If people want to use the same sort of book for the entire business, because this could, whoever buys this for the inventory or the mileage or whatever, they might have to keep a record going back several years. So that's why this bit's important. And again, I think it's something that the other books don't have, so just nice to add. And that's it. Very simple book made in a very short amount of time. So this is the 5-column book. I'm going to do a 4-column book and a 7-column book. I might even do a 10-column book, say or fail. But that's it. My first logbook of 2025 done. I'm just going to make a cover, which I think I'll show you in the next video. And then that's it. I'll get the book published in a few different covers, targeting a few different niches.